Hello everybody, this is Alma Love Books. I'm your host Alma, and welcome again to my channel. Today I am going to be doing the ultimate book tag, and though I wasn't tagged in this, I did see it over at Reading Rejects, so I will link his video down below. You guys should check him out. I love his energy, absolutely adore his energy. I will get right into it then. So this is the ultimate book tag. And let's see. So it's number 1. Do you get sick while reading in a car? I used to not. I used to be able to do 4-hour-long, 8-hour-long trips reading, and it was like the absolute perfect time to get in that little extra reading because, you know, you're stuck sitting anyway, so you might as well do something. And then I had kids. And then I had morning sickness, and now I cannot read well in a vehicle. Number 2, which author's writing style is completely unique to you and why? I'm going to have to go with V.C. Andrews. Again, I mean her, not her ghostwriter, post-harmonious, whatever he wants to call himself. V.C. Andrews was the first person to ever write a gothic horror novel, and I haven't met anybody or read anybody since who has been able to live up to her standard and her caliber of writing. Okay, number 3. Harry Potter or Twilight Saga, and give 3 points to defend your answer. I'm going with Harry Potter. Why? Because J.K. Rowling is the bomb. Love her. 2, vampires don't sparkle. Don't sparkle. And 3, I've actually read Harry Potter. I haven't read the Twilight series and I don't intend to. Number 4, do you carry a book bag? If so, what's in it besides books? I don't have a book bag, but I do have a messenger bag style purse. And what's in it other than my books is basically my whole life. It's got my wallet, it's got my keys, it's got, my cell phone. 5, do you smell your books? Can I just ask one little question before I answer this one? Who doesn't smell their books? Raise your hand in the comments below if you do not smell your books. I do not know a single bookworm who does not smell their books. So I would love to hear it. If you don't smell your books, let me know. The answer to this one is yes, I do smell my books. And yes, I do enjoy the smell of my books. 6, book with or without illustrations. Both have their merits. I do find that when a book has illustrations, I tend to flip to the illustrations a lot, and I'm like, this is pretty, and then I forget the storyline. But both have their merits. I like getting lost in a book that has no illustrations, but I also like analyzing the illustrations. Number 7, what book did you love reading but discovered later it wasn't quality writing? Oh, pretty much any of my middle grade books. I love reading, and I still do. The Unicorns of Bolinar, which is a middle grade, and it's a fantasy, and it's about unicorns, and I absolutely love it, but trust me, it is not quality writing. It is definitely written for its age group. Do you have any funny stories involving books from your childhood? Please share. I don't have any funny stories involving books. Number 9. What is the thinnest book you own? I'm going to have to go with my House of Night novellas. They're no more than like 100 or so pages, but there's a lot of content in them. And they're just teeny tiny. and I love them. What is the thickest book you own? Les Miserables. That's right, I own Les Miserables. I love Les Miserables. And it is still, to this day, one of my favorites and one of my go-tos when I am down and out. Do you write as well as read? Do you see yourself as an author? Yes, I write as well as read. No, I don't necessarily see myself as an author. Not yet, anyway. I have to get over my own insecurities when it comes to my writing before I will let anybody else read it. Number 12. When did you get into reading? When I was stuck in the hospital, day in, day out, for months on end, for years. Oh my goodness. I spent so much time in hospitals. I didn't have a full year of school until I was in 6th grade. That's 6th grade. My only solace, because I wasn't allowed to go outside because of, my incision couldn't get dirt and grime and grossness in it. Anyway, so I wasn't allowed to go outside, which is where I really wanted to be, which is still where I really want to be. So I escaped through books. I stayed there. I lived there. I loved there. To this day, I remember the books I read more than the actual hospital visits themselves. What is your favorite classic book? And this is going to be a stock answer, I know, but Pride and Prejudice. I love Jane Austen. I love her. Okay, 15. If you were given a book as a present that you read before and hated, what would you do? I'd look for an inscription. Say thank you. Because every time I'm given a book that a person has recommended to me, I am given a piece of their soul and a piece of who they are. And I learn just a little bit more about them. Number 16. What is the lesser known series that you know of that is similar to Harry Potter or The Hunger Games? The Circle of Three. It's not very well known, but it is a magic series. So it is kind of like Harry Potter in that sense. What is a bad habit you always do besides rambling while filming? My ums. I am an ummer. Do you know how many ums I edit out compared to how many ums I keep in? There's a lot of ums that you guys don't see. 18. What is your favorite word? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yes, I'm weird. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Number 19. Are you a nerd, dork, or dweeb? Or all of the above? I'd have to say I'm a nerd. Number 20. Vampires or fairies, and why? Fairies. Because they don't have to live off of blood. Super innocent, but super dangerous. Shapeshifters or angels, and why? Shapeshifters. Spirits or werewolves? This one I'm gonna have to go with spirits. Because werewolves kind of freak me out. I'm sorry, I know there are a ton of you that like Lupin, but I don't like werewolves. They're just, no. And they're not meant to be cute and cuddly and sweet. They are meant to be vicious creatures when they are in their wolf form. They are not able to be tamed. Zombies or vampires, and why? In this case, I'm going to have to go with vampires. Why? Because the undead zombie green skin goop falling off of them, losing limbs, slow moving monotony of zombies bothers me. Love triangle or forbidden love? I'm definitely much more into love triangles than forbidden love. I know that love triangles are overused nowadays. When I think of love triangles and forbidden love, I think William Shakespeare and the difference between Romeo and Juliet and Midsummer Night's Dream. And Midsummer Night's Dream wins hands down. So I'm going with love triangle. Full-on romance or action-packed with a few love scenes mixed in? Action-packed with a few love scenes mixed in, because I find that full-on romance, they do the whole mushy-gushy sex scene thing, and that's not necessarily romance. People don't know how to write a good romance anymore. It's all about sex these days. I want love. I want, flowers and wine and, call me beautiful. I don't want sex constantly thrown in my face. When it comes to action-packed with a few love scenes mixed in, I find that they are much more romantic than romance novels. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm going to be tagging Hannah over at the Dyslexic Reader and Shaza over at Hooked on Books. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely afternoon.